Hello friends. In this lecture we will study what are signature files in information retrieval. You will be given a text document having large text which is represented by capital T. First step is to create the index for this text T. And signature file is the index which will be created for this text T in this video. Now if anyone wants to search any pattern P in this large text T, then it will first look for the pattern in the index, that is in the signature file. If the pattern P is there in the text T, then the signature file returns the block of text where the pattern P may be available. So instead of searching in the whole text, we will search in the block of text provided by the signature file or the signature index. From this, you might have got some idea that while creating the signature file, the whole text will be divided into blocks. Though the time complexity of searching in signature file is linear time, but the constant factor is very small. So for not very large text, we can use this signature file as an index. Otherwise, we have another better option, that is the inverted index. Now let us take an example. For simplicity, let us take small text T, which is the statement. This is a text. A text has many words. Words are made from letters. First step is to divide the text into blocks of B words, small b words each. Next step is to underline the important words other than the stop words. Don't underline the stop words. The stop words in this text are this, is, a, has, are, from, etc. These words are not important and cannot represent the block. So don't underline these words. These are called stop words. Next step is to calculate hash values for all the words which are underlined using some hash function. We are not going into details of which hash function or signature we are going to use to generate these hash values. These hash values are also called bit mask. Don't worry about these hash values. This will be provided to you in the question. This will be given to you. Now next step is to calculate the hash values for each block. Once we have the hash values for each word which are underlined in these blocks, next step is to calculate the hash value for each block, which can be calculated by bitwise ORing the hash values of all the words in the block. All the words which are underlined in the block. For example, hash value of block 2 can be calculated by applying the OR operation between the hash values of text and the hash value of many. Similarly, hash value of block 1 will be equal to the hash value of string text, because there is only one word underlined in the block 1, that is the string text. Now to calculate the hash value of block 3, apply the OR operation between the hash value of words and the hash value of words, which will be equal to 100, 100, which is again equal to the hash value of words. Next, to calculate the hash value of block 4, apply the OR operation between the hash value of made and hash value of letters, which will be equal to 101101. After calculating the hash values for each block, next step is to create the signature file or signature index, which is a data structure in which we store the hash value of block followed by the address of that block. For example, this is the hash value of block 1 followed by the address of block 1. Then we store the hash value or bit mask of block 2 followed by address of block 2. Then we store the hash value or bit mask of block 3 followed by address of block 3. And similarly for block 4. Till now we have completed the steps to create the signature file. Now next we will see if we are given a pattern P to search in the text T. then how the searching process will take place. Let us take an example. Let we want to search the pattern made in the text. First step is to find the hash value of pattern made, which will be given in the question. Next step is to take the bitwise AND of hash value of made with all the blocks hash value one by one. That is hash value of block 1 and with hash value of made. Next hash value of block 3 and hash value of made, and so on. Next we will check which one of the following values is equal to the hash value of made. This value is not equal to hash value of made. Now 0, 000, 100 is again not equal to hash value of made. Next also not equal to hash value of made. The fourth value, that is 001100, is equal to hash value of made. So there is a chance that made pattern might be available in the block 4. Next step is to jump to the address of the block 4 and start searching in block 4. So immediately we can find that yes, pattern made is available in block 4. But sometimes it happens that the pattern might not be available in the block. In that situation, we will say that it is a false drop. In this example, it was not a false drop, but if the pattern is not found in the block, then we will say that it is a false drop. So that's all in this video. Thank you for watching.